Pisces soul family, my beautiful Pisces gang. What up, though? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general message for my beautiful Piscean, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Holy angels and spirit guides, clear some of this energy out, honey. Okay, it's thick. It's thick up in here. Gives exactly what it is that we need to know in addition to what has already come out in regards to my beautiful Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. The messages are, in fact, general, guys, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force shit to fit. Cross watchers, you are also welcome here if you find that you are dealing with a Pisces, okay? Just place yourself where you belong in the storylines. Don't force shit to fit, y'all. Use your intuition to guide you towards these messages. I'm interested to see whose message this is, how many of you resonate. So, of course, let me know down below. I don't always respond to all of the comments, but I read them. I do read them. So I'm curious. Y'all know I'm nosy. I got to know. I gotta know. Yeah, I do. Who this is. Definitely sending you love and light. It's given too little too late. I feel like this is, whoever this person has had a lot of opportunities, right, to save themselves. This is either a connection that is currently in separation, or this person is being super dramatic, okay? Because this feels like somebody feels like their life is ending. They feel like, you know, what is life? They're, you know, things are like kind of changing in their world very quickly, rapidly. Rapid changes all coming at this person at once. You happen to be one of those changes. Before we dig any deeper, though, please click that like button, okay? It's free, y'all. Just do it. Appreciate those of you who do it every single time. I love you guys so much. If you want to make it official and become a part of the fam bam, we would love to have you in it. Click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, okay? So, and shoot me a little hey girl hey down below in the comments. Let's go over all the cards that have come out first. I do want to handle this person a little bit more delicately than I have been handling people in prior readings. I know sometimes it's hard for me not to kiki, you know, at some of their stupidity, but this one is a little bit fragile. I feel like whatever has happened in this connection has left this person feeling very vulnerable. They kind of feel like hopeless. They also feel powerless. Now, like I said, it does feel like it came to a head. It feels like you had a decision to make, like you had to either choose between yourself or this person. Yeah. See, with the Four of Cups in the reverse, it's sort of like you battled with this, okay? Now, keep in mind that tarot is fluid, right? So this could be something that's currently unfolding or something that has, you know, just happened, something that is getting ready to happen. So keep an open mind. I feel like this person called your bluff. Four of Cups in the reverse signifies to me somebody who feels like they have ample chances, ample opportunity, right? There are no missed opportunities. If they fuck up, they'll have a chance to do that shit again. They'll have a chance to do it again after that, and then again after that, and then again after that. So I do feel like you went back and forth. I don't get that this was like a decision that was easy for you. I feel like for some of you, you feel like your hand was forced in this. You may feel like you had to detach yourself from somebody who you did really care about, someone who you poured a lot into, someone who some of you may be really looking at the time that you wasted, right? The time that you spent on this. So that could have been what held you back. I'm hearing like a bit of an analogy. So it's sort of like, you know, that this person has cut you. We have swords here, cut you over and over and over again. This is a person who has betrayed you. They did you dirty. I feel like you tried to blind yourself to some of the betrayal, right? Some of the ways in which they would do you. For some of you, you gaslight yourself. You would have gaslighted yourself in the past. Something happened where you could not unsee what they did. Okay, this is the type of person who will continue to fuck around and find out. They will continue to go right up to the boundary. Okay, walk right up to the line. You know what I mean? They try people. And I do feel like this is what they do in their life in general. This is why things seem to be falling apart. But let's stay on course. Let's stay on track. Two of Swords is about being indecisive. Okay, it's a lot of indecision. It's confusion. No, never mind you. I see the Two of Pentacles right under the Four of Cups, right? So you went back and forth with this. For some of you, you are recognizing some of the excuses that you made for this person, or they are. We'll get to their energy in a second. They want me to stay here for a moment. Okay, Four of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who will continue to try you and try you and try you and try you until they can't anymore. Painful shit. This is some painful shit to go through. Because for cups to be here, that does mean that you actually cared about this person. You cared about their well-being. You cared about them more than they cared about you. Okay. Or at least it appears that way. Maybe you thought that they would change, or perhaps you thought, you know, your time was coming. Maybe they were feeding you false hopes, you know, false truths, potentially future faking you about what they will do and what they're gonna do. As soon as I hit this lick, as soon as I do this, as soon as I do that, it's your turn. You're gonna be on top. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I take care of you and all of this and all of that. This person may have they may be a finesser with the words. Okay. So Two of Swords for me definitely signifies a decision that, you know, it was tough for you to make, but you made it. Okay. You stopped letting this person play with you. And I feel like that is coming as a bit of a surprise. I feel like this person was almost expecting, you see, we have 3 cups over here. These are all wasted cups. I feel like this person has been expecting you to reach out with another cup, an additional cup, and it hasn't happened. And in the interim, okay, between the time in which the two of you are on the outs, now, like I said, they could be dramatic for some of you. It's like, I'm still talking to her. Like, I still answer her texts. I still answer his texts and stuff. You just kind of fell back. They're being dramatic then. And they're making it appear as if you are the worst person in the world. Like, you're treating me like shit, you know, scum of the earth. Like, we were never nothing, you know, like you never loved me. How the fuck did you just switch off like that? It must have never been real. When, in all honesty, you're giving them a lot more grace than they deserve. You are. So so now they're saying that for some of you, this 4 of Cups is crossing. So there's 2 storylines here. There are some of you who took this motherfucking blindfold off. You took one sword and you cut the connection off. And then you took this sword and you cut the memories out. And cold as a motherfucker. You are cold. You are distant. You are detached. You are not touchable right now in reference to the emotions. There are none, bitch. They are frozen. Right? And then for others of you, you did take the blindfold off. You only cut off the connection with the one sword. You didn't completely cut this person out of your life. But you still did something. You see what I'm saying? You still took control of the energy. You took control of the situation. So that's possibly why I heard powerless, right? They feel powerless. I feel like this person wishes that they kind of knew that this was the last time, because they thought the last time was going to be the last time. Wow. What the fuck y'all done got me into? What the hell is this? What is this? So while your energy is standing in the 2 of Swords right now, I don't get that you're indecisive anymore. But I do feel like that's the way that this person is reading your energy, just based on the history of the connection, okay? The longer time goes on where you're not acting like your normal self, quote unquote, right? They feel in imbalance. And then there are other things occurring in their life at the same time, okay? That could look like the loss of a job. That could look like a loss of a loved one. It's some losses that this person is taking in the interim while you're now your new self, because they are calling you that. They feel like you pulled the okie doke. They've been waiting for this cup, but instead you gave them your ass to kiss, or you paid them dust, or you've given them nothing. And I do feel like a small part of them is still trying to wait because that makes them feel better, but they're waiting in vain is what I hear is what I'm hearing. Very first card out is the 4 of Swords. So that's what lets me know that some of you all's person is being a little bit dramatic. Because the 4 of Swords for me is going through a harder time. Having to heal from something, yes. Feeling overwhelmed. But you're not down and out. It's not the motherfucking 10 of Swords. You know what I'm saying? It's not the 5 of Pentacles, right? Like, you haven't hit rock bottom or no shit like that, but this could be the worst that this person has felt about their life in a long time. You happen to be a large part of that. I'm hearing a very specific storyline for some of you with the next 2 cards. We have the 3 of Cups and the Temperance. There's a little bit of entitlement here. Try not to get too triggered for those of you who identify with this part of the storyline. 3 of Cups, Temperance. Those 2 cards together signify to me that somebody definitely relied on you to balance themselves out, to feel happy, to feel regulated, to feel a sense of norm or normality a lot more than they let on. Okay, this is why there's this restlessness. Maybe they can't sleep. If the two of you live together, they can't sleep without you. They've been having bad dreams, or they could just be having like bad dreams, nightmares, or feeling restless at night because of where the two of you all's connection is right now. I feel like this person was a little bit codependent on you. So whether that be to talk it out, okay, especially if shit is running astray in their life, okay, running amok, things are really going up in flames for some of them. They're going through a bit of towers, multiple towers, and it's like they can't even call their friend. They can't even call their best friend. They can't call their confidant. I feel like you may have been their go-to. The person, they're using a specific phrase, the voice of reason. Because we already know that this person is unreasonable, especially for them to still be waiting. It's delusional, right? Why are you waiting for another offer? Like, why are you waiting for Pisces to give you another cup? You already wasted 3 of their cups. For some of you, that could be a time frame, like 3 months, 3 years. Okay, 3 minutes too long, bitch. Okay, 3 months too long, ho. Too many times. 3 occurrences too much. Yeah, I'm hearing like I had no choice. I had no choice. I had already lied to myself multiple times for this bitch, for this dude. I have done it, Empress. Like, taken them back, tried to balance things out, been the bigger person, the motherfucking adult. And then I'm still met with their ass to kiss. So now the first time I say no, right? Like the first time I give them my ass to kiss, I'm the worst person in the world. Well, you weren't really as codependent on this person as they were on you. Okay, so there may have been somebody who was even asking themselves, like, if they treat me like this, why do they keep coming back? Like, why do they keep trying? Why do they keep doing this? Why keep doing this? 3 motherfucking times? Like, just move on to somebody else already. Like, if I'm not it, why lie? You know what I'm saying? Why love bomb? Why manipulate? Why are you doing that? Because there is a codependency that they have on you. Those were all defense mechanisms and control tactics. Yeah, you can't control this person. The only thing you were able to control in this situation is yourself, which you have now started to do. Okay, or you have actually activated that power of yours, which, I mean, indirectly has deactivated the power they deem to have had over you or this relationship, over this situation. There's a little bit of darkness here, guys, okay? Just for some of you, not all of you. It's not to fearmonger. I feel like there's something about your energy, okay? Something about your energy that feeds this person. I'm trying to see if they're going to give me an example. So with the Temperance here, that is about regulation, feeling balance, feeling harmony. I feel like there's something about whatever you would do for this person, even if it was just being there, right? Some people don't really recognize the impact that they have just energetically, just by being around someone, just by, you know, accepting their phone calls, you know, just by texting them back. Maybe this person has texted you and they've been waiting for you to say something. You haven't, because I'm hearing for some of you, you let them hanging. Wow. Do what you need to do for yourself. Do not let this person guilt trip you or, you know, guilt you into doing something that you no longer feel. If you are still feeling indecisive, there is a suggestion to get fully aware, right? Like, look at things from all ends of the spectrum. Get fully clear before you actually move. Keep this on pause until you actually know what it is that you're being told to do. Because I feel like it benefits this person more for you to be confused. It does. It gives them more strength. You know what I mean? It gives them more of a better play. I see the High Priestess right below the Strength card, so that like double confirms that for me. You know what I mean? Your intuition is speaking to you. Make sure you are like meditating regularly. Being a guard about your energy. So people who you allow around you, Pisceans can be very intuitive, magical, right? There is a magic about your aura. Please don't let that go over your head. So they're telling me to use an example so that y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, fine. Your energy is magical. What they are saying is, what you would notice is that There are people who just, they're like, damn, I was having a bad day. As soon as I talk to you, like, you know, you brighten up my day, you know, not on some corny cliche shit, but on some real shit. Just like, damn, I'm so glad you're here, right? You got everybody laughing. You kind of might be the life of the party for some of you, but even if you're not, it's sort of like the energy changes and shifts when you come into the room. There's something valuable about your aura being in close proximity to you as a person. So people might call you just if they're having a bad day, like I said, to talk shit out, to kind of get your advice, to not think about life. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of chill. I feel like you have that effect on people. For some of you, you may notice that strangers like to have random conversations with you or tell you all their business. That's not by accident. That's not by accident. This is why they're bringing that to your attention. And I feel like this person partook of that, okay? They were able to recognize how valuable your energy was, which is why they're also having such a hard time without having as much access to you. And for some of you, no access at all. Okay, so now they're wanting me to point out in this card in particular, the Hangman is, the imagery is extremely poignant. It is not by accident, right? The imagery in this Hangman card particularly, right? It does look like this person is chained up. It doesn't look like a voluntary decision, right? Where you're just kind of chilling out in a tree, which is what some tarot decks can give imagery wise. So I'm always led, more than likely, to really look at the details in the imagery on this card particularly. So if you'll notice, it looks like an involuntary holdup. There are lots of blockages. How many chains do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I can't even count them. You see what I'm saying? You don't know which direction these motherfuckers is coming from. I see 2 specifically that got the feet, right? But then there are other chains here as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's a lot going on. I guess that's one whole chain. 1, and then we have 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'm thinking at least 5. Put down in the comments what your guess is. It looks like a lot going on. And this is a sentiment of this person's energy. There's like things pulling them from every which way, slowing them down, stopping them up. There's shit that they thought that they got away with many of years ago that is catching up to them now. You can see the resources, the coins kind of falling out of their pockets. For some of you, there's a major financial loss that this person has set themselves up for, unfortunately, right? And I feel as though in the midnight hours, you know, they might cry themselves to sleep. For some of you, they may stay up all night, which therefore in turn is affecting their work, their job. They wish that they could talk to you about it, is what I'm hearing. There's also this disbelief. They feel like this is unbelievable, right? After all this time, this is this person's feeling. So you don't have to have this sentiment, but they're putting 20 on 10. Okay. They're making it appear as if you have a lot of history with them, and they could just feel like that because maybe the two of you have that soulmate connection, right? There's a soul tie here potentially. And for others of you, you have been with this person for a long time. It's devastating for them to now have to kind of figure out what's going to happen next. There's also this part of them that's sort of saying like, it wasn't even that bad. Okay. So mocking you, right? Mocking your decision to walk away, like calling you dramatic, calling you the drama queen. Now, they're never going to say this to you because they're already on pins and needles about whether or not it's actually done. So for me to say that this is somebody who still feels like there is hope, you know what I mean? That you're possibly just like throwing a tantrum or something. A great deal of the disbelief and what they're spending their energy and time on, instead of looking at themselves, they're looking at the fact that, damn, we could have at least been friends at the very least, right? Like, I never thought that you would just turn your back on me during this time. They definitely want you around. They're going through a very tough time, things that have nothing to do with you, but they feel like, shit, why did you have to make the decision to do this now? Like, it could not have been a worser time to leave, to walk out of their life, to leave them alone. Ciao. Be careful with that one. with that part of the reading. Yeah, there's a part of me that feels like this person wishes that you were around to carry some of this burden, even though the bullshit that they're going through has nothing to do with you. So it appears that your intuition is A1. If you've already gotten the fuck out of Dodge, that is by design. This would have turned into a lot of work. You think that they will work before you left, bitch? Shit is getting dark over here. It's clouds, thunder, lightning. Nobody ain't paid the motherfucking light bill. The lights going out and shit. It's motherfucking cold. I hear windows breaking, screaming, car alarms. They got a lot going on. I bet they wish, I bet they do wish that they could put that off on someone else. And there are blocks. They have some blocks. They're not able to get support from anywhere, it looks like. Okay, with all of these chains, it could be like 4 to 5 people. You would be the primary person, right? Maybe you have bailed them out in the past, because I'm like, why are you the first person that they're thinking about? Look, travel. There is a blockage in their movement forward. They're not able to get forward. They're not able to move forward. They're having to take this on the chin, is what I'm hearing. Nobody is helping them. This is a lone journey. I told you, I hear all kind of noise. Spirit is like, don't forget that one thing. Okay, fireworks, bitch. And fire alarms. Risky journey. So especially for those of you who resonated with the portion where I kept hearing, like, I had no choice, Empress. I fucking had to. Your intuition was on, bitch. The mic was on that day. Spirit was like, we don't got time to be indecisive about this shit no more. We don't got time for you to be lying to yourself no more. We don't got time for this. We don't got time for this. We don't got time for this. I'm telling you, there's some shit coming their way. We don't want you around the shit that's about to happen to them, but it's still free will, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? The intuition is there as a tool, but if you don't fucking use it, bitch, then the shit could go down in a very sad way, right? This is very interesting. That mirroring energy. Didn't I say that this person needs to be looking at themselves? Right? Like, they're looking at everybody else but themselves. They don't want to do this. They don't want to. Like, I feel like they never wanted to. We have Lover's Moon. This is somebody who might be a hopeless romantic, or they rely a lot on their significant other, the other person in their life. They don't know how to be alone. They don't know how to be by themselves, right? So this might be somebody who's a serial dater, right? Like a serial monogamer. Like, they're always in a relationship. They always bringing a new bitch around. They always bringing a new guy around. Like, bitch, can you not just be by your motherfucking self? You can't be by yourself. You must not like yourself. And that's problematic. Because if you don't like yourself, then what business do you have dealing with other people? That's the first place you got to look. That's the first place that you have to love on. That's the first cup that you have to fill. Otherwise, what do you have to give? Huh? Except tears and toxicity. I'm trying to handle you gently, ma'am, sir, brusses, but get it together. Like, come on. Water moon. So there's a tsunami coming their way. This does look like a cry for help. This appears to be an attempt to avoid this. There is no avoiding it. Okay. Harvest moon and half moon. So I do feel like you are making progress in the right direction. Okay. Your first form of action was to retreat from this. Spirit knew what was getting ready to happen in this person's life before they did and before you did. And now it's time to pay the piper. Okay. It's time for them to go ahead and own up to their actions. Okay. Their harvest is going to look a little bit different than yours. But when you're in a close proximity to someone who has a level of debt to pay, then unfortunately, some of that energy can rub off. So I love that you have distanced yourself, right? Even if just a little bit. Like I said, some of you didn't even cut this person all the way off, but they have no choice but to be dramatic. They're in their feelings. They have a lot going on. This is very overwhelming. This is shit that they've never really had to tackle, deal with, face up to, take responsibility or accountability for. This is past just adulting. This is like some real shit, okay? Real shit popping. Real shit agwan. Real shit agwan. So let's dig a little bit deeper here then. What do I want to pull? Let's pull. Bear with me, my lovelies. I definitely didn't see things going this way in this reading when I first pulled those cards. Like, I almost felt sorry for this person, like remorseful, you know, empathetic. But I'm trying to figure out now, what is it that they want with you? Like, what do you have to do with with them being immersed and engulfed with water? They could be a water sign like you, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Water in tarot signifies emotions, right? Feelings. With the water moon showing up, it's extremely overwhelmed, right? It's an extreme amount of overwhelming emotions all at once, right? You can't even tackle it enough. With all of these chains here, you know, that looks like a roller coaster, feeling different almost every hour of the day. There's anxiety there, there's anger there, there's sadness there, there's depression there. There might be a bit of rage in there as well. Like, it's all over the place. They feel like you abandoned them. We have the feminine. A woman will play a role in this. So for some of you, this person thinks that you have somebody in your ear. This is why you made that drastic decision to go ahead and cut them off. That doesn't have to be true. That's just what I'm hearing. We have sacred sexuality. They're putting that right over the Hangman card. So for me, that signifies that this person might come out of hiding, or they may come out of their shell, come down, or try to come down off of that tree, out of that paused positioning with very sexually enthused energy. That might be the path in which they're trying to take. Sexual and feminine energy is about receiving. So they potentially want to give you something, right? Like transfer energy. That's what I heard. Like, it's getting real weird now. Okay. I don't know who this person is talking to. They are in panic mode. So they might be talking to some kind of a spiritualist. They may be talking to, or going to like metaphysical stores. They may be dibbling and dabbling in like candle magic, you know, things that can alter and manipulate energy. For sacred sexual energy to be here, and then the feminine principle of that, they either want to transfer something to you, or they're looking for something to be transferred to them, a transfer of energy. And with the cards that came out on your side, that is alarming for me. I have to be very honest, okay? It doesn't matter how long it's been since you've made this decision, okay, to choose yourself, to choose your own emotional well-being, your own mental health, your own mental clarity, right? Your own power. You will continue to make progress, right? As long as you make that effort, and there's a harvest on the other end. The harvest moon is about wealth. It's about rewards. It's about increase, getting an increase in life, in all areas of your life. Having gone through a harder time, a lot of the times where there are situations where people have experienced a lot of trauma, you will find those people are very successful. They are very aspirational. They are extremely, what is the word, guys? Y'all know the word. They are extremely like, oh, what is the word? Come on, y'all. Tell me. Let's see if you could comment it down below before I can get the word. They ready to go. You know what I mean? They are more inspired to do things. Okay. They are go-getters. You know what I mean? They definitely have more of this eye of the tiger, right? I can't think of the word, but I'm going to look down in the comments to see if you guys can. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Do y'all not want me to say that? Like, hello, what is the word? Ambitious. There we go. I knew you was going to tell me. I knew you was going to tell me. Ambitious. Trauma can sometimes breed ambition. What you want to make sure is that you are working through that trauma, healing that trauma, right? So that when the rewards come, you can see it, you know? You're not just continuously making more goals for yourself. You can actually be in the moment, enjoy the moment, right? Like be present for when the good shit is happening, for when you are accomplishing goals. But that's a whole nother reading, okay? So I feel like this person they can feel you. They can feel your energy, right? They're definitely questioning your moves, your motives, who you are at this time, why you're making certain changes, why you're behaving in a certain way. With the Lover's Moon there, they kind of always thought the two of you would have some kind of a connection. Lover's Moon is about love and passion, but I feel like this person is not playing fair. You know what I mean? They're definitely trying to emotionally and energetically manipulate this in order to avoid whatever this reset is that's going on in their own life. You are meant to retreat from this. Allow them to do whatever it is that they need to do on their own. You're not going to be able to save them. You would only be drawing yourself closer. Here we go, right? Rather than freeing yourself to the things that it is that you have planted, the seeds that you have planted. The harvest that you are meant to be getting in this next cycle is totally different from this person. So we already have a disalignment there. It's a lot going on in this reading, guys. Bottom of the deck, we have harmony. This is what they are seeking. But I feel like they're going about it the wrong way. They're not trying to do it in a way that you and I would, right? In a way that a person who is healthy and not on this karmic path would. I do get that rage and that anger coming from them having expected you to come back a long fucking time ago. Like they've been waiting on you while shit in their life is blowing up is what I'm hearing. And it's one thing after another, after another, after another. They feel like you've lost your motherfucking mind by not returning, right? Like they feel like we've had this conversation. We're in love. So everything goes when you're in love. You don't leave the person that you love, that you're in love with, that you've fallen in love with. I also get that you choosing yourself is triggering this person's own idea of who they've known themselves to be, which is someone who has not been deserving of that. This is why they have to manipulate their way into relationships. This is a lot, y'all. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. It is and is. So let's hop over to the extended, okay? I'm going to get down to the nitty gritty. Now, when I initially went into this message, I definitely thought we were dealing with somebody who was like coming to their senses, which could still be the case. This could be all old energy, you guys, right? So in the extended, I definitely want to see what they have done so far to grow and get out of this version of themselves, okay? How have they bettered themselves since last the two of you have encountered one another? I also want to know what they are willing to do to fix things, okay? In what ways has this person actually transformed? Are they still like this? Because then we know for a fact, if that's the case, that their intentions are not pure. We're then going to dig right into that specifically, what their purest intentions are for wanting a partnership or coming towards you are. Why are they here? I am going to look to see if you invest in this, right? If you reinvest in this, what version of this person are they going to give to you? Okay, what version will you be experiencing of them if they feel like they've gotten you back? Okay, now we know that that's been a pattern in the past. It does feel like on and off for some of you. So I'm very interested to see what that outcome is. Let's also see what a detailed vision of their next move is. Okay, what are the details in their next movements towards you are? And then we'll look at the best possible outcome. Okay, what actually happens if you decide to go back? All right, how will this add value, if any? And then we'll look at some time frames to see when this exactly is approaching, when it's coming near, so you could be prepared for that. I'll also look at some newer love, okay, insight, who might be coming in once this has once you stick a pin in this, right? This could just be about closure. It's a lot going on in this reading, guys. With the harvest moon over there and your progression forward there, I want to see what other people are over there on that other side. Okay. And we'll also look at the time frames in reference to your next long-term relationship, when that will be, and we'll get advice. So without further ado, click the like button as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I'm going to put the link for the extended reading down below in the description box. I'm going to see y'all over there. Let's go.